Good morning and welcome. It's Saturday the 5th of November. It's bonfire night. I am Flat Cap Callum. I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, I am back in my actual house with my kit, with my Sharpies, with my notepad. I think it's the first time I've had it all together in over a week. Will that bring us luck and a change of fortune? I don't know. But I'm having another go today. We had a go yesterday. We've got some nice bits and bobs, but none of them are enough to make it up to anywhere near making profit. So it's been a bad start to the month. It's been a bad week. All good overall for the channel, but we need to turn things around. So we're due a win in terms of statistically speaking. We're on a bit of a bad run. In terms of actual mathematics, we're not necessarily due a win because we're ahead for the year nicely. But I would like it to change. So it is a £35 stake. I've not gone full double stake. Stake and 3/4, £35 stake. 7 bets. First race is a 12.50 Doncaster. So 12.50 Doncaster is the first race. But there's stuff on all through the day. If you're the kind of person who likes to sit back and in your armchair and watch the racing on the television, today is your day. 11 races on this afternoon on ITV Racing, then followed by 9 races on the Breeders' Cup. So all on regular television. So you don't have to go to a shop or watch it on your mobile phone, however you normally watch it. There are 20 races on the television. And I actually have got a horse in most of them. So we will see how we get on. So before I do that, yesterday... £40.30 on, so I did a miscalculation. It was actually 30 pence over double stake, so £40 on, £40 and 30 pence on, 15.39 back, so roughly a £25 loss. I haven't got my papers to hand, the scrappy bits of paper, so I'm just going to spin through a few of the points to flag. So in bet 1 we had Coco Plum, which drifted to 40-1. It was third place. We had it with a non-runner, and unfortunately the other two were donkeys. So it was a little bit back there. Bet 2 we had Rebellious Gale and Mars Harper both placed, but again not with anything. So two but nothing else. Bet 3 was a washout. Bet 4 we had only 2 on the Lucky 30 on the Super Yankee or Canadian. So that was a little bit back. The 4 folds went down. We only got 2 placed out of 8, so that was rubbish, really. Then bet 6, and well backed in. It went single figures, drifted back to 10s, but we had it at 33s, I would imagine most on the channel, because that price held quite a long time. But it was second. We did have a single, that helped with a few quid back. And then it was going nicely in the Breeders' Cup. The first 2 placed, we had it at 14s and 10s. And then the next 2 didn't. So again, just bits and bobs. So yeah, I think we're about 40 down, 2-day stake down for the week. So we just it would be nice to turn. I'm looking for a little bit of a birthday treat today to turn the week around. So let's get cracking in. So as I said, 7 bets. It was 5 lucky 15s. I've got a combination bet, and starting off with this television win bet. It won't be for everybody. You got 4 favourites here, and I think there's a little bit of value in the price because I'm putting on with Sky Bet. I think SP overall is probably where it should be. But yeah, I know most people aren't going to get excited. They're not coming for the channel for this bet. But if you're an armchair viewer and you want to have a little bit of an interest on some of the TV races, all these 4 are on the television. I think they're all worth their place in this bet. And it is less than 10% of our day's stake, the way that I've done the staking plan. So if I was doing a £20 day, I probably wouldn't have this bet in for the channel, but it's £35 day. They're all on the television, so I think it's worth having a go. If we can get 3 of these, we're over the line. If all 4 go in, then that covers our day. So any bookie with bog is what I would say to you. So Sky Bet, apart from the first race, because they've got a promotion on that first race, and if you're doing that promotion, I'd struggle to look past that favourite, to be honest, if you wanted to do the money back race in there. It looks way better than anything else, and it likes the ground. So as much as the second favourite looks a solid enough option, I'm just less convinced on the ground. So if you're doing that promotion, I would say it's not a great price up out at 9-4, but worth it. So the bet is 60p win, trebles and fourfolds. So it's £3 bet. So no doubles, no singles. So we need 3 to win. 60p win, trebles and fourfolds. 12.50 Doncaster Art Power, 2.32 Down Royal, Galvin, 2.45 Aintree, Brewing Up a Storm, 3 o'clock Wincanton, Skur Royale. That is bet 1. Then let's get into the good stuff. Bet 2. This is my television lucky 15. So all on the television, these ones. Sky are best. Next best is Paddy Power for this bet. So if you haven't got Sky and you've got options of others, Paddy is next best. 1.30 Doncaster. Have a look at that. If you like that as a single bet, it's well worth having a look around. A lot of bookies are offering more than that, but 40 to 1's a nice enough price. So 1.30 Doncaster, Pink Carnation 40 to 1. Then the 1.15, a bit disappointed with these two races because normally I'd be going a lot bigger on these. The Wincanton Badger Beer race and the Grand Sefton, but I wasn't liking anything at price. We've got 1.50 Wincanton, Irish Prophecy 9s, the 2.11 Aintree, Geskiel 13 to 2, and then we're finishing off in the big race for the day, the 3.13 at Doncaster, the November handicap, standout race for the day, 7 places on Sky, 6 on quite a few bookies. Going Phelan in this bet, 25 to 1. It's a 20p each way, lucky 15, £6 your bet 2. Bet 3, my main bet in terms of cash is this one, bet 3, and a flag on this one. So the top race is a November handicap. That's 7 on Sky, but you will get 6 on other bookies, including Paddy and Betfair. That's standard terms, and that standard terms on Sky. But this one is 4 places on Paddy and Betfair, which means if you take into account Paddy are paying bog on all of these in accumulators, Paddy are the best bookie, Betfair on the next best bookie, because I'd rather have 4 there than 7 there. So that makes Betfair second best, Sky third best. So 3.13 Doncaster, and I've done something I don't usually do, so I've taken a bit of a gamble on that one. Lunar Jet is currently 50s on Sky, 66 on one of the bookies. I'm taking the SP because although I really like it, I mean, you look at it on bare form and you think £7 out of the handicap or whatever it is. I just don't think it's going to get backed in. So I'm taking a chance there that the SP won't be worse than 50 to 1. Is kind of what I'm saying there. So I'm taking the SP on Lunar Jet at 3.13. Then the 3.18 Aintree, Sativo. It's a funny little race. It doesn't look like a race you'd think I'd have a bet on, but Sativo, 6 runners in Aintree at 3.18, 9 to 1. And then there's 2 at Chelmsford. I quite like these, but Sky aren't extra places, as I said, but Paddy and Betfair are. And if you've got Paddy or Betfair, I'd definitely look at a single on Esme. 5.30 Chelmsford, Esme 28 to 1, and then 6.30 Chelmsford, Kanuhura 20 to 1. So 20p each way, lucky 15. We've got a 50p each way single on Lunar Jet, and a 50p each way double on the Tomb Chelmsford, Esme and Kanuhura. So that makes it an £8 bet for bet 3. That is that. Okay, and then I think the rest is simpler enough. Bet 4, this is my combination double bet, so I'm going November handicap with the 9.40 at Keeneland. So yeah, we're obviously going against possibly the world's best horse, but yeah, it's definitely worth an each way bet in that one. So I put these as the 2 best for the day. So 3.13 Doncaster, we've got Lunar Jet at 50s, which is in one of our bets, Phelan 25, which is one of our bets, and I've added in for this combination doubles Thurzig at 33s, so they're all biggies I've got in the November handicap. And then the 9.40 at Keeneland, Life is Good at 8s and Olympiad at 28s. It's quite tricky. That one was always going to be in, and then I've had a lot of debate about the second one, and I've just edged it to Olympiad. So it's 6 times 25p each way doubles, £3 your bet. Sky best because you're going to get 7 places. 365 next best because on price basically. So anyone else is going to be the same if you've got in 6 on that and standard terms on that. But 365 are winning out on price currently. So that's bet 4. Bet 5, I was umming and ahhing and yeah, I haven't got loads of volume outside of the main races, so I've added this one in, and they're all offering the same terms across most bookies. So 365 Coral or Paddy would offer you the same terms as Sky, but you'll get Bog. So better off any of those to do one of these bets. 335 Wincanton, Caroline's Charm 16s, 340 Down Royal, Nobody Home. It is a 7 runner, but think it's worth it having a go in this little bet. 430 Chelmsford, Do It For Love 28s, 5 o'clock Chelmsford, Astro Jack 33s. That's the only one that's paying 4 places. Those are the rest of the standard terms, because I think that's an 8 runner, and that's a novice or a maiden. So that's the only one with an actual extra place. Most bookies are paying 4 on it. So it's a 15 pence each way, lucky 15. So a smaller stake, lucky 15 on those bigger prices, because they're a bit more borderline for the channel. So it's $4.50 a bet is bet 5. Still with me, we've got then to finish off 2 lucky 15s for Keeneland, the Breeders' Cup on the TV. I've almost got a horse in every race. So this is what we've got. So this is my lower staked dirt lucky 15. I much prefer the turf on these meetings. I find you get inconsistent results on the dirt. I mean, you get inconsistent results everywhere, but yeah, I find the turf form easier to read than the dirt. So for this one, we've got 350 Edgeway 14 to 1, 510 Slow Down Andy 25s, 755 Secret Oath 33s, 940 Life Is Good 8 to 1. All of these are on the telly if you want to watch them. Sky are best because they're offering an extra place compared to other bookies on those first 2. So everybody else is the same. So if you haven't got Sky, it doesn't really matter. So it's a 15p each way, lucky 15, bet 6. And then finishing off with the last lucky 15, the Turf Breeders' Cup bet. And more or less all bookies online are 4 placers on all 4 races. 365 are the best bookie based on price. So if you've got the option, do it on price. 429 Arrest Me Red 18s, 550 Moira 14 to 1, 710 Anapolilis 8 to 1, 840 Highland Chief 25 to 1, 20p each way, lucky 15, £6 you bet. So bear in mind, although I'm advising all of these different bookies for different bets, the channel bets are all paced through a Sky Bet account, because overall, long term, it is the best account to have for the types of bets I'm placing. So that's what I would advise as a general rule. But what I try and do is put a bit of graft into having a look around the best bookies for each bet, to help people out, for those, in particular those who've got multiple bookmaker accounts. All right, that is what we've got today. So come on, let's turn it around. Tomorrow it looks okay, but nothing near like Friday, Saturday. So I will be back in the morning with another bet. But yeah, we really could do with having a little bit of a turnaround of fortune, because it feels like a long time. I think it's about 4 weeks since we've actually had a really, decent win. And the decent win we had 4 weeks ago, we haven't lost all of that money in 4 weeks. So just to be clear, although we're on a bad run, we're still well ahead, even if you just base it on that one day. And before that, we were well ahead. But it's part of the gig. You go on bad runs, and we actually went on quite a nice run where we avoided a bad run for about 2 months, I think it felt like. So let's see today how we get on. If you've got any fancies you want to share in the channel, then feel free to put them in the comments. I know people do that, and people find it quite helpful. So yeah, if you're sat there thinking you've got anything and you want to put it in, shove it in the comments, feel free. If you want to ask me about any of my selections, likewise, shove it in the comments. And that is me saying, enjoy your day, enjoy your 20 races on the television. I can't remember the last time there was 20 races on the television. I'm generally going to probably just chill this afternoon and watch a lot of it on the telly. So I will be there with you. All right, thanks very much. Bye-bye.